I used to think that I was failing. Every time I started and stopped my coaching business, it felt like proof that I wasn't meant for this work. But then I realized something. I wasn't actually failing. I was growing. And every time I came back to this dream, I got one step closer to finding a business model that actually felt good to me. One that would allow a deep-thinking, socially awkward 61-year-old woman like me finally succeed, without forcing me to act like someone I wasn't. The other day I was chatting with a coach friend about all the pivots we've made in our businesses over the years, and she was reflecting on why neither one of us had made it yet. And I said, well, maybe we haven't been discovered yet because we're not meant to be yet. Because if we saw success before we were truly ready, maybe we would settle for something that wasn't our highest calling. And then I told her, here's what I think is going to happen to both of us. We are going to be overnight sensations when we finally align, when we finally vibrationally match the businesses we're meant to create. And I have to tell you, a year ago, I let go of the idea that I had to have a traditional coaching business. And that's when everything started falling into place for me. I first heard about life coaching in the early 2000s. A friend of mine told me about a woman on the Oprah Winfrey Show who was making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year as a coach. So my friend planted a seed in me. But the truth was, it really wasn't my seed. But for 20 years, I pursued something that I never really wanted. I told myself I wanted a fully booked coaching practice. But deep down, a little voice kept whispering, no, you don't. And my inner self knew best. It knew I wanted to plant daisies, but I was planting broccoli. Bleck! So of course, nothing grew. Over the years, I invested in expensive coaching programs, and I followed the just put yourself out there advice. I tried, I struggled, I failed. And then, like I said, about a year ago, I let go of the dream of having a coaching practice. And here's the crazy part. When I let go, I felt peace, not failure, not regret, just peace. Because what I really wanted wasn't a coaching business. I wanted to coach, teach, and guide people because that's who I am. But it's not what I wanted to do. Then I found a program that matched what I really wanted, to earn money online while helping people. I wanted to create digital courses. I wanted to geek out on the tech stuff. I wanted to share what I've learned and experienced with as few or as many people who wanted to learn with me. And this program that I found, it checked all the boxes. It taught me how to build an online business that fit me. Teaching, sharing, and yes, coaching in a way that felt easy and natural to me. And it also helps me solve the biggest struggle so many coaches and healers are experiencing: marketing. If you've been on this coaching, healing, business journey, you can probably relate to this. You feel called to do the work, but when it comes to marketing, it feels overwhelming, it feels complicated, and it's exhausting. Most of the training programs I took told me to just be yourself, put yourself out there, and the clients will find you. But if you're an introvert or you hesitate to put yourself out on social media, that advice just doesn't work. Marketing needs to be consistent. It needs to be sustainable. It needs to be more than asking your friends and family to refer you to their friends and their coworkers. But if you don't like doing that type of thing, you're much less likely to do it consistently. It's kind of like eating healthy or exercising. It's easy to say what to do, but it's not so easy to do it. And that's why many coaches and healers don't follow through with a consistent marketing strategy, because the one they're using, it just doesn't fit who they are. When I first joined the Legacy Builders program about 8 months ago, I started promoting my products on TikTok because that's where everyone else was. And it was okay. But then I took a day off, and then I took 2 off, and I realized I just didn't want to do TikTok. And that's when I had another breakthrough. You shouldn't force yourself into a marketing strategy or onto a social media platform just because everyone else is doing it. I do think you should try it first, because once I knew that TikTok wasn't for me, I could make an informed, emotionally neutral decision without guilt or second guessing to let it go. So what I did was I switched to creating long-form videos on YouTube. And then everything felt different. I felt energized again. I found a platform that matches my strengths. And that's what marketing should feel like. It should feel aligned, not forced. So I look at Legacy Builders as a bridge. It spans the gap between my past failures and my future success. It's not just another put yourself out there program. It teaches you the actual skills you need to market yourself in a way that fits your personality, it fits your energy, it fits your strengths, and it provides the tools you need and options for how to use them. Things like branding yourself authentically, knowing what you stand for and who you want to serve, crafting your message, sharing your own stories that connect deeply with the right people without overwhelming them with the irrelevant details, and the practical tech skills, like how to create content that makes an impact without taking hours of your time. And the best part, you don't have to do it alone. You get the structure, the support, and a community of mentors and peers who are following the same step-by-step program. Each of them have their own unique spin for what makes it work for them, and you can add your own spin too. I look at this program like an internship. It's structured, methodical, and step-by-step. We have advisors, we have mentors, and they're available to answer questions. But sometimes it starts to feel too daunting, starts to feel too serious to me, and I start to compare my results with other people's. And that's when I switch it to treating it more like a playground. I'll try something new, I'll get silly, I'll just enjoy being in this community and learning these new skills. And after a play break, when I'm ready to be more intentional with my content again, because that's what marketing is, it's creating content that connects with the right people. And when I'm ready to infuse this new playful energy, that's when I switch back into internship mode. And that freedom, this flipping back and forth between the serious and the playfulness, that's what keeps me going. And that's why I'm still active and engaged in this community 8 months after joining. And it never feels like a slog. I haven't asked myself, do I want to do this for the next 3, 5, or 10 years? And that tells me I'm doing something right. I found a way to connect with people that feels real, it feels comfortable, and it feels like me. So let me ask you, when you first felt called to be a coach or a healer, how did you feel? Were you excited, inspired? Did you see all the possibilities? And how long did it take for the doubts and the fears to creep in? The thoughts of, I can't do this. I don't have the money. Is it too late for me to get started? I've felt those feelings and I've had those thoughts too. But here's the thing to remember. Our thoughts scream at us. Our hearts whisper to us. And if your heart is still whispering that you're meant to do this work and you're struggling to attract clients, I invite you to learn about the Legacy Builders program. This isn't just about selling you something. It's about showing you that missing piece, the bridge between your past struggles and your future success. Because it's not your fault. You don't have the marketing skills to attract clients and grow your business. It's not anything you were ever taught. But it is your responsibility to develop them if you want to attract the people you know you came here to serve. So I invite you to type ready in the comments if you're ready to learn how to attract clients in a way that feels easy and natural. And here's a video I made when I was just 8 weeks into the program. And Legacy Builders has gotten even better with a recent upgrade. So check it out if you want to see why this is still the best decision I ever made.